I'm driving on my way to my brother's house. Gonna be hanging out with my sister, my niece, and some of our friends who also live at the house. And I figure, why not make a video while I'm driving? Because it's like almost an hour drive. So, I've got time. So here we go. It's not a live stream, so nobody can give me suggestions. Okay. I have been thinking about a lot of different things lately. I'm 19, okay? So there are a lot of things that you can do when you're 19, like go on adventures. Eventually, when I'm older, I'm not gonna be able to go on adventures in any old time because I'm gonna have kids eventually someday. Who knows when that'll happen? But I'm not gonna be able to go on adventures just any old time when I have kids, because you need to like really plan those things out when you have a baby, or even just like a 5-year-old or anything like that. If you have kids in general, you have to be able to plan those things out. So I'm thinking, you know, I will start going on more adventures. I'm gonna be 20 in a few months. That means I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna be a teenager anymore, which is crazy to think that I'm not gonna be a teenager. I've been a teenager since I was like 13. I've been a teenager for so long that I'm kind of like, you know, what's it gonna be like? I mean, not that a whole lot's gonna change, but I'm not gonna be a teenager anymore, which is weird to think about. But yeah, no, I want to go on more adventures. I mean, I need to do more stuff. I don't have school anymore. All I'm doing is YouTube and work, and just trying to be as productive as possible, I guess, you know? So, I want to go on a road trip. There are so many adventures to be had, guys. So many adventures to be had. I've never been on a road trip. I've never been to, like, you know, I've never been to Montana. It's time to go to Montana. And Wyoming. And all those other cool places. I need to go visit people in Seattle. I have cousins there. I need to go visit them. I need to visit friends in Oregon. I need to just go to California. Everybody, I don't know if you guys know this, I'm gonna move there eventually. So, yeah, I'm gonna be moving out to LA. I want to. I really, really bad. And there's a lot of things there are a lot of reasons why. Other than the fact that I hate the cold. And this place is so cold! It is so cold here. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculously cold in the wintertime. And it's funny because I was talking to a friend and I said something about, you know, he doesn't live in Minnesota, so, but I was talking about how it's been so hot out, and he's like, oh, I forget that it gets hot there, because I always just think of it as like a frozen tundra. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty much that, and it's never anything else. We have no variety. No, it gets super, super cold, and the state wants to kill you. Like, that's the thing, is Minnesota's trying to kill all of its residents. So, it gets super cold, the spring is beautiful, the fall is wonderful, summer is super, super great, except for the fact that it's humid as bananas. Bet you didn't know bananas were humid, but now you do. It's super humid, because we have so many lakes. So, there's like no winning here. Except for the spring and the fall, and those are the two shortest seasons. So, you know, I think it's time to get going, and it's time to move on from this state. I'll still come back. I'll visit my friends. I'll visit my family, because my brothers are still gonna live here. My mom wants to move too. So, you know, I'm just looking at all the different options. I'm looking at actually like Nashville, Tennessee, because that'd be so cool. I would love to live there. LA is at the top of my list for a lot of different reasons. I will go in depth in that in the future when, you know, it's time to talk about it. So, I'm thinking, oh dang, really, truck guy? Really? So, I'm thinking LA. LA is my number one place, and sorry about the shaky camera. My phone is on a pop socket hooky thingy. Yes. That's how you say that. Like, I need to move eventually. I'm moving out, hopefully. Like, I'm not saying this like, oh, I'm so sick of living with my family. Ugh, I gotta get away from them. But you know, you just need that freedom of just being on your own. And that's what I want. because I love my family and I get along with them great. We're all really close. I just need my own space, you know? I'm gonna be 20. I need to be 20 and to be silly and ridiculous, and not that I can't be silly and ridiculous with my family, because I totally am all the time. But you know, there's just that like freedom. That's what I want. I will say I wanted it so bad as soon as I turned 18. We were going through some stuff and I just didn't want to be around my family. Not because I didn't love them, because I still loved them, and it's not like we didn't get along or anything like that, but there was just a lot going on, and I was just like, I want to get away. I want to go. I need to run. And I am glad that I wasn't able to run at that time, because I was trying so hard to like legitimately just run away from everything. But now I'm in a lot better place, and wanting to move out is just purely wanting to move out and be an adult and just kind of explore the world, explore life, see what I can do, you know? Moving out is something that's on the agenda. Moving out to LA is also on the agenda. Let me see what else. The agenda for today, hang out with some dope heckin' people. I'm so excited. I'm hanging out with my sister and my niece and my friend Maddie and Alicia, Johnny. I grew up with Johnny, so if you ever see him in a video, he's like another brother. So no, I am so excited because he was like, we should like hang out. I was like, absolutely, let's friggin' do that. So I was like, you know, I have a car. Because I bought a car. Guys, I bought a car. I have a car. My very own vehicle. And my mom just got her own car, so I don't have to share mine anymore. And it's the best. It's so good. I love having my vehicle to myself so much. It is so wonderful. I'm gonna keep this thing so freaking clean. Like, I can't even, like, people say that, but you don't understand how, like, it's a pet peeve of mine when people leave garbage in their car. Like, not their car. Like, if it's their car, but if it's, like, my car or, like, someone else's car, if you're leaving your garbage in somebody else's car, I'm like, bruh. For real? Seriously? Have some respect for yourself and the person that is giving you a ride that you hang out with. Respect. So it's my day off. I'm heading up north, and I'm gonna just, like, totally just freaking hang out with them. It's gonna be so good. Life is so good. I am an optimist, like, to the extreme, I would say. Maybe not to the extreme. I'm just an optimist, okay? Life is always good. Even when it's bad, it can be good. Because, you know, we went through a lot back in 2016. Some of the, like, worst kind of stuff you can go through. And because of our circumstances, because of all this stuff going on, our financial situation got real bad. But guess what? It's been 2 years. Your girl bought a car. Your girl still has the same job. She got a promotion from where she was when all that crap was going down. And my life is so good. It's so good. Like, I have so many friends. I love my friends. They're freaking the best. So, like, I have such a freaking good life. No, I don't have a lot of money. Of course not. Like, I work at a coffee shop, guys. So, I think it's just really, really great that I can work at a coffee shop. I bought a car. My life since 2016 has just completely changed. Completely changed. I am a completely different person from who I was 2 years ago. Even a year ago, 2 months ago, whatever. I am just so different. But my friends are seeing it too, is that, like, yes, I do have my bad days, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to punch someone right in the jugular. I want to rip out someone's throat and just, like, shake it and show it to their eyes, you know, be like, here's your jugular, here's your throat, have fun with not having that. just kidding, it won't be fun, it's super painful, and now you're gonna die. No, there are some days when I want to punch somebody, because I'm just like, you guys are all just like the worst. And it's not like my friends. I don't have problems with my friends. I have problems with the people who come into a coffee shop and are super rude for absolutely no reason. Like, do you have nothing better to do with your day than to be just super rude to the people working? Yeah, apparently they don't, because they still come in and they do that day after day. So, you know, I think yeah, I'll just stop talking about that now, because I don't want to get aggravated. I don't want to get aggravated and vengeful. So, no, like, you could ask my manager. She has known me since I was 16. So, she's seen me through the ups and the downs of my life. She was there all of 2016 when everyone's lives were falling apart. Let's be real, 2016 was just a bad year for everybody. I was 17 in 2016. You can imagine being 17. You want it to be the best, you want it to be great, but sometimes it's just not. And it was a really, really terrible year. I will explain why at a later time, but my family went through a heck of a lot of crap, and like I said before, we had some financial issues because of it, and I had been saving my money since I got my job. I had been saving money, putting money in my savings. I had a lot of money saved up at that point, and because of our financial crisis, I ended up giving a lot of that to my family. It was supposed to be saved for a road trip and buying a car and different things like that. But because of everything going on, I was like, I'm gonna help with the rent and the bills, and this is what I did at 17 years old, guys. Like, this is who I was, okay? And I still am. Like, I would do it all over again. I gave a lot of that money to my family so that we wouldn't get evicted. We were suffering. We needed a vehicle. Like, we needed cars. We didn't have vehicles, and all of us needed to have jobs. Luckily, I could walk to my work, so that wasn't a problem for me. But in the winter, you don't want to walk even a mile. Like, our winters are so bad. With the money, with what was there in my savings account still, I ended up buying two cars. My brother went out and picked them out, and we bought these 2 cars. He's not a mechanic, and the guys that sold us the cars didn't tell us all of the problems that they had. So I bought 2 cars that ended up being more problematic than helpful, in my opinion. One of them is still running, sort of. The other one has been scrapped already, and that was, I bought it in 2017. So, one of them's already been scrapped. I never even got to drive it. It sat in our driveway, just kind of sitting there for about a year. Maybe it wasn't even a year. Maybe it feels like it was a year just because it bothered me. Because it was like a constant reminder, oh look, this money is spent on this piece of junk that's just sitting in your driveway. You know, that was a really frustrating thing for me, was dealing with that whole situation, especially since, like, it was my money that went into the car. So, since then, we have scrapped one of them, my brother's still driving the other, and I have bought a car that runs. It works. It's in great condition. It's, like, 17 years old. It is, like, the exact kind of car, like, style of car that I've wanted for years, because I wanted a Jeep. That's like one of my dream cars, is like a Jeep. But they're pretty expensive. Well, a friend of mine found this one, and it's a Nissan Xterra, and that's what I drive. I love this car so much. It is, as my friend Taylor called it, the perfect adventure car. Like, it is the adventure car. And I love it. I love it so much. I have a lawn chair in the back and a bag of blankets for emergencies. And not just like, oh, it's cold. I mean, like, we should just go stargaze. So I have a bunch of blankets in the car. Let's go stargaze. Those are emergencies. Stargazing emergencies. So since 2016, I've bought 3 cars. Oh my gosh. I've scrapped one. My brother's gonna be selling the other one. Cause it's still got good things about it. The problem is that it doesn't, like, you know, it's got some really things that we can't quite fix. And then I bought this one, and my mom just got a car. So like, we've all got vehicles. My other brother needs a car that, you know, is safer to drive because he's driving the one that's more reliable to start, sort of. You know, it doesn't always start. You can turn the ignition 4 or 5 times and it won't even like make that click sound. It won't even do that. But so, you know, I think it's just crazy that so much has changed in the past 2 years. That somebody who, you know, went through what we went through in 2016, 2 years later is in the place that I'm in. I've been letting go of so many, like, things. Like, it was really, really hard. It was really, really hard for me to just kind of, you know, live my life. People would talk to me and they'd ask me, like, how I'm doing, whatever. And, you know, you never know how to respond when something bad happens. When somebody's like, oh, I'm so sorry, that must be really hard. And you're like, yes, it is. Thank you for apologizing. But I don't know what else to say to you. Like, it's really difficult because if they haven't been through it, they don't understand what it's like. So I do have a friend who, she and I were talking because she's been through the same thing, a different way, obviously, because everybody goes through everything differently. But she and I were talking, and I can't tell you how nice it was. Like, I would never be thankful that somebody else went through what I went through. I would never be like, oh, I'm so glad there's somebody else that's been through this, because I don't want anybody to ever have to go through it. But just being thankful that there's somebody who understands, you know. She and I were able to talk, and it was amazing to be able to, we didn't even talk for very long. It was literally over text, and we just chatted a little bit, and it was nice to have somebody who completely understood, down to the point of like being in the same position, being the youngest in the family. So that was really cool. I love her so much. Shout out to you, Katie. It's been a journey these last 2 years. It's weird to say that it's been 2 years. So I'm 19. I'm gonna be 20 in 5 months. I'm gonna plan some sort of really fun thing to do on my birthday this year, for my birthday this year. I'll probably use my birthday weekends. I think my birthday's on a Friday. Woo! Who doesn't love having a birthday on a Friday? Absolutely. I'm just gonna get a gang together and we're gonna go rob a bank. It's hard to do really cool things in January because, you know, it's frozen. Everything is frozen. So I'm thinking paintball or something. I don't know. Paintball sounds like fun. Bowling. Let's go on an adventure. I'm gonna like kidnap some people and we're gonna go down south for my birthday. I don't know. I want to go somewhere that isn't Minnesota. Wow, I said that like a Minnesotan.